what allowed you guys to respond so well after a pretty tough loss to start today?
I think just all the places we've been, physically and mentally. It's been about everywhere. So the one box, we hadn't really checked is to win 2 out of 3 on the road, whether it be in Arizona or a conference game, and we did that. But I think we did it because of all the things that preceded it, allowed these guys to put themselves in a position to just kind of reset. It's a grudge match, and when Burnsy's come out of the pen for us the last few times, it's electrified our crowd when we're at home, but also our dugout. And our guys are into that game. It's a back and forth deal, and very easy to be dejected and disappointed, which I think they were. But then after a while, the guys started to loosen up and just talk about what they had in front of them. And so all those things combined, I think, was a good formula.
You held up the guys up here in the outfit. I know you do that between every doubleheader, but what was your message to them in that huddle?
Kind of the same thing, is just be where you need to be. And what you got right in front of you is an opportunity to win a road series. There's a couple places we traveled to this year where we would have killed to be in that position, but we came away with not a whole lot. And then, the 2 trips in SEC play, and even Arizona, where I thought we were ourselves, or at least at that point in the season, a version of ourselves, we didn't really have a good opportunity to do so. So it was just about being where you need to be. And it's very easy to be in the moment of being over emotional about the loss, or didn't go this way, or I made a mistake, and things like that. And all they did was, focus on what was in front of them. And kind of like we showed up off the bus after sitting in the hotel for a while. They just kind of had that vibe that, they were ready to play ball whenever the umpire said so.
How important was Beam kind of working through some early jams to kind of let the offense get its confidence after that loss?
It allowed for like a flow of the game. I mean, it wasn't one of those where a guy's throwing a no-hitter and he's just breezing through guys, but it was reminiscent of what he did a lot last year. And, it was certainly a key to the game, because every time the guys came in the dugout, they were jazzed up about working out of a jam, or if it was a quick inning, because he did have a couple of those. But you just kind of saw the determination on the kid's face after last week. Whatever it was went awry. He wasn't going to let it happen again.
What was the decision-making process that allowed him to start this, or hand him the ball in such a crucial situation?
We're trying to look at what do we have to do over the course of the weekend, and having both games combined tonight or today and having them be 7-inning games kind of probably complicated things a little bit too much. Really, if you look at it, if we just wanted to gas these guys out, I think all 3 guys could have thrown complete games. I don't know if we win, all 3, but they did a good job, and maybe overcomplicate things a little bit because it is 2 7s, changes things a little bit, and then of course we got a tournament waiting for us, and then another tournament after that. If you want to look at Lindsey's deal, I got asked by a lot of people, you didn't want him to throw 10 more pitches or anything like that. He's got a bright future when he's done with us, but hopefully we can give him the ball a few more times.
What allowed Bill to be so successful today, and what went into your decision to bring Burns into the game there?
Yeah, I think he just keeps getting better as he goes, and that's the one real positive out of an unfortunate loss. The second game, the win takes the bitterness out of that game, but heck, if you want to say, well, what if this happens, what if that happens, if you leave him out there, he's going pretty good. He's probably going as good as he had all year long, a lineup that I think has as many home runs as we do, and he was grooving. So, again, 2 7-inning games. Do you kick yourself? You don't use Sewell, Halverson, Burns. But at the end of the day, it's probably best we just play ball and see what's in front of us, and we got to go to those guys. We will, and I think we know we got those guys, fresh, and also anytime we want to use them, they'll be the guy. But right now, our starters are throwing the ball as well as they can.
What's the significance of having those guys fresh with such a quick turnaround the next week?
It opens up more possibilities. We're not going to throw guys until they tell us they're ready, but it opens up more possibilities, and nothing really matters except for Tuesday's game for our club. But it also affects guys, down the road. I don't think our run in the tournament last year had anything to do with maybe not going as far as we wanted to, but one thing it does, require you to do is use a multitude of pitchers and have those guys, throwing their best stuff. And so I think the way the season's gone, we haven't really gotten anyone really past 100 pitches, if you want to look at it, or any kind of crazy stuff. So it's a good group. They're obviously well coached. I think he's the best in the country for a reason. So that group's ready to go. If our guys play defense behind them and have kind of relaxed at-bats like they did in Game 1 and Game 3, I think we got a good chance. And they had relaxed at-bats in Game 2, too, to be fair. Mahoney when he gets that look in his eye, he's pretty good.
y'all won the last 15, 19 going into postseason play. How would you assess where you guys are at going into postseason?
I think, if you compare to last year, which we've said all along, it's not fair, but if you kind of want to look at a different way to go about it, what we have here with this group is a bunch of lessons learned, a lot of momentum, maybe kind of coming together in the locker room in different ways, and of course in the dugout, and kind of marching forward. And the question you got to have over your head is, have we played our best ball yet? And I don't think that's necessarily the answer would be yes. So kind of that momentum forward, I think, is key. And then obviously any win you get in the league puts you in a better position on whatever the NCAA decides to do.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you all.